Hey everyone, it's Laura from ourreallyhouse.com, and today I'm going to share with you guys a healthy version of a strawberry shortcake. Helps to make the baked good a little bit more fluffy and light. I cook with just plain coconut flour. It seems to be more dense, so I kind of do a little mixing here. So to get started, we're just going to put in 1 cup of almond flour. Like I said, we're going to make the shortcake first, and then we're doing 3/4 cups of the tapioca flour. Then we're going to do 1/2 cup of the coconut flour. And then I'm just going to add in some baking soda and some baking powder and also some salt. I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients together. Once your dry ingredients are all mixed together, we're going to move on to the wet ingredients. The first thing we're going to add is 5 tablespoons of butter. Now you don't need to have this softened or melted or anything like that. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of cut it up into cubes, and then you're going to mash it in with either a pastry cutter or 2 forks, or even your hands is a very good option to get the butter to kind of clump into all of the flour. Once it's all kind of clumped together and incorporated, it's time to add in the other wet ingredients. I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of honey just to add a little bit of sweetness to the shortcake. And then I'm doing 1/2 cup of milk. Now, if you are dairy free, you can use coconut oil or ghee instead of the butter. And then you can use coconut milk, almond milk, or regular milk depending on that as well. Then we're gonna add in 2 eggs. And then we're just going to mix all these wet ingredients together. Now we're going to form the shortcakes into little biscuits. I like to do about 1/4 of a cup of batter. Now for this batter is pretty sticky, so you can either put some tapioca flour, works really well on your hands to make it not stick, or you can even just get a 1/4 cup measuring cup. And again, I have some tapioca flour in here to help it to not stick. And we are going to place them onto a baking sheet that is lined with parchment paper. While these are baking in the oven at 400 degrees for 12 minutes, we will work on the strawberries and the whipped topping. I'm just gonna take my strawberries and I'm gonna cut them in slices. I'm doing about 2 pounds. And I'm just gonna put them in this bowl here. And you can just use plain strawberries, but I'm going to add in about 1/4 cup of some raw honey. And I'm just gonna let them sit for a few minutes, and then they will kind of make a little bit of a syrupy juice, and that's going to taste super good on your shortcakes. all you need to make some homemade whipped cream is 1 cup of cream. Now I have a local dairy farm next to me, so we use raw milk and we just take the cream off of our milk. But if you don't have that, you can also just buy heavy whipping cream from the store. And that's all you actually need, but I'm gonna add in a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of honey, just to again add a little sweetness. So I'm doing a teaspoon of honey, or a teaspoon of vanilla and a tablespoon of honey. Then we're just going to whip this with a mixer here until stiff peaks start to form. Now I did put these beaters in the refrigerator before doing this about an hour or so ago. That helps to make this process go a little bit easier. And you want to make sure that you have a pretty tall bowl because these ingredients at first are very liquidy and you don't want them to splash out.